सब रिक्रिएशन है, ये सारी बातें हो चुकी है। शेक्सपियर ने जब अपने जमाने में कहा था कि 5 ओरिजिनल कहानियां ही होती है, बाकी सब
हम्म।
उसके अलावा बस मतलब उसके रेंडिशन है, वो बिल्कुल सही।
हम्म।
सो आई फील वी आर इन अ स्पेस जहाँ पर हम रेंडिशंस बना रहे, बट वी ऐड आर ओरिजिनल पर्सपेक्टिव। जो मैंने अपनी जिंदगी जी है, जिस तरीके से मैंने जो चीजें देखी है, जब मैं वो सारे पर्सपेक्टिव्स, वो सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस किसी चीज में डालता हूँ, भले ही ये 100 साल पुरानी बात हो, 100 साल पुराने
करेक्ट।
किसी ने कह दी है, बट अगर मैं उसमें अपना एक्सपीरियंस डाल देता हूँ तो ये फिर मेरा हो जाता है, ये अब मेरी
हम्म।
यूनिक चीज। So I feel like that is the only thing that we are adding to the old ideas that have just passed on to us is our perspective. एक एक करके हम बस ऐसे दाने लगाते जा रहे हैं उसमें, और कुछ नहीं।
Poetry is often considered an old man's thing, right? When you say poet, you're also imagining someone who's been through so much in life, who's been through a certain age and really writes about their experiences. But then there's so many young poets these days that I come across who have such depth, who have such understanding and emotion, और जो अपनी जुबान से ना चीज़ें बोल देते हैं. And I try very hard to speak in Hindi many times. It doesn't come to me naturally, although I can, which is why in this episode, which is going to come up, you will see me go a lot more towards English, which is my comfort side. But I'm digressing. In this episode, I speak to one such young poet whose words have always made me think and always, they brought out so many emotions in me just because of the way he says them and how he says them. And that person is Yahya Bhootwala. I pronounce his name right, I hope. I know we'll get into that when you get into the chat. And I really want to talk to him about how at such a young age he finds such inspiration and what motivates him to actually write the kinds of verses that he does. I somehow find that poetry is somewhere in between the written word and a song. And that's what's ahead in this week's episode of the Varun Dugi Show. I'm Varun Dugirala, right back with Yahya Bhootwala. See, I said Yahya. Damn it, Yahya. Welcome back to the Varun Dugi Show. And I just before we started recording, I was asking Yahya if I got that right. How many times have you been called Yahya?
All my life, all my life. I think even people who I have explained how to pronounce it, after a point they just slip it off because आदत हो चुकी है याया बोलने की अपने लाइफ में, तो I think it's completely fine.
Yeah, I came across, I think through commune and everything else, I came across your poetry and everything else, right? And I've always thought that poetry is a thing. I don't know, maybe it's perception in my head. I think it's changed over recent times. The poetry,
Hmm.
you had an image of a poet, generally thoda older,
हाँ.
you'd have a set of these things. And the more and more I see modern poets, and I call you a modern poet, and I'm sure there are multiple terms that I use, but uh, were you always into this space? I mean, I don't even want to call it one thing. I want to call it multiple things that you do. Where did that start off?
Honestly, I think my journey has all been like an accident of sorts, but it's been a very beautiful accident. So मैं कभी ऐसे पोइट्री में इतना मुझे इंटरेस्ट था नहीं, नॉट लाइक आई हैव ग्रोन अप रीडिंग बुक्स और सॉर्ट ऑफ दैट. इट्स जस्ट के आफ्टर कॉलेज I really was like looking for something to do in
Hmm.
my life because मुझसे जॉब नहीं हो रहा था, and I think that is something that internally I couldn't figure out because I just couldn't be going for a 9 to 5 job every day. So then I realized कि कुछ और करना है लाइफ में, and that's when I came across these open mics जो होते थे वो
Hmm.
टाइम पर. और and I've always wanted to be a performer, like I have grown to be a performer एक तरीके से. So मैं ओपन माइक पे गया and I saw these simple things कि एक स्टेज है, एक माइक है और ऑडियंस है, तो आपको बस लिख कर लाना है. Like
Hmm.
that was my perspective in my head. एंड लिखना मैं कॉलेज से कर रहा हूँ कि लाइक ड्रामास के लिए वो जो क्लाइमैक्स के डायलॉग्स लिखते थे हम, कि ऐसे ताली बज जाती थी ऑडियंस में,
Correct.
तो मैं वो सब लिखता था कॉलेज में. तो मैंने लगा ठीक है, मतलब ऐसी चीजें बनानी है, ऐसे ही लिखना है. बट धीरे धीरे लाइक यू नो वंस आई गॉट हैबिचुएटेड टू गोइंग फॉर दीज ओपन माइक्स, तो मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि मतलब ऐसे दो दो लाइन की बात नहीं है, आपको स्ट्रक्चर डालना पड़ता है. एंड आई थिंक इट बिकेम अ प्रोसेस ऑफ लर्निंग थिंग्स. तो आई थिंक इट वाज दिस ब्यूटीफुल एक्सीडेंट दैट हैपेंड इन माय लाइफ कि गलती से मैं बस वहां पहुंच गया. एंड
Hmm.
एल्स इज हिस्ट्री यार. आई थिंक I just used to go to open mics. That's all I did every week.
But I'm sure there were specific things, right? Like you mentioned the job,
Hmm.
and there must be some starting points. कि no, ये हुआ, and I think those you trace what you write back to that. Would you say there were specific things that what you started with, and obviously that opened up?
Correct. So I always believe that for any journey to start, there has to be either motive or there has to be unhappiness in your life. Like
Hmm.
आप जहाँ पर फंसे हो ना, अगर आप उस सिचुएशन में खुश नहीं हो ना, तभी आप एक जर्नी पर निकलते हो.
Hmm.
Like it's either curiosity or the search of happiness. तो for me, I was in a space जहाँ पर मैं अपनी नौकरी में खुश नहीं था. And I know a lot of artists come up and say, okay, you know, 9 to 5 jobs, and we should post on 9 to 5 jobs. I just feel like some people are not meant for it, and it's
Correct.
okay if they start talking about it. So I was just not fine being a 9 to 5 person. And I feel I was very unhappy. I was very lost in my life. And I feel like ये सारी चीजें जब हो रही थी ना, तो मैं एक सर्च पे निकला. तो मैं बस हमेशा ये दो लाइन कहता हूँ कि बेरोजगारी, टूटा हुआ दिल और आलस, जब ये तो तीनों मिल जाते, या तो
Hmm.
तबाह कर देते या तो तबाही मचा देते. तो ग्रेटफुली तबाह नहीं हुआ.
When I think about it, and I think about, I was a terrible wannabe poet at one point of time. I've never spoken about this. College में I used to sit and read, and everybody, all my friends used to make fun of me because I would read, according to them, the world's worst poet, who was Jim Morrison. I would read Jim Morrison's poetry, and I would try to write like that. And they were like, इसने इतना गंदा लिखा है, तो इसका पोएट्री क्यों एमुलेट कर रहा है? I'm like, somehow it spoke to me, so I would do that. So, and I would be that guy who had that hair at that point of time. I'd groom my hair like that. I'd walk around एक वो pad लेके. And I think at some point in my head, you know, there's that cliche of a poet कि long hair, you have to have that one झोला वाला bag side में सब था.
करेक्ट.
All the cliched elements of a poet, I had gotten that, except my poetry was terrible. So, um, when I think back on that, I think back on poets from college, and I think back कि college में poets are two kinds. There is the kind who will write to appease someone they want to, like, or just want to show their love, all that stuff, right? वो रोमियो वाले poet और दुख भरे poet. Very connected, actually, both of them. So the failed Romeo poet becomes this,
तो
at
दुख
least in
भरा,
my
yes.
head.
हाँ.
So it's a two categories of those. What I find interesting about what you said is that yours was more about saying I was doing something I was miserable with, and that's what pushed this out of me, which I find very, it's interesting for me, and also I think it's great because it comes from a far deeper place. It doesn't come from a shallow ki wo, I'm not saying Romeo's poetry is shallow, but I'm just saying that it comes from a slightly deeper place, right?
करेक्ट. लाइक आई फील हार्ट ब्रेक इज अ वेरी सिचुएशनल थिंग, राइट? कि मतलब आपका दिल टूटता है, तो ये जो इमीडिएट टाइम पीरियड है 3-6 महीने का, आप उसके अंदर मतलब यू विल राइट आउट थिंग्स दैट विल लाइक यू नो इट विल हिट पीपल. बट वो 6 महीने वाला लास्टिंग पीरियड है.
Correct.
Because after a point of time you get over the person, right? तो वो फिर से एक आप like you find another person. Now suddenly from heartbreak you are writing love poems. तो वो वापस एक different perspective पे चला जाता है. But I think when it is about a search, right? And it is a never-ending search. कि like मैं बहुत बार सोचता हूँ कि I'm in search for happiness. I'm in search for my goals. I'm search for कि completing my dreams. So these keep me curious. These keep me like going every day. So I think internally it's much more far rooted for me. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इश्क इंसान के हिसाब से आप मतलब बदलता रहता है. आप जब रिश्ते में होते हो तो आपकी कविताएं कुछ और होती है, आपका जब दिल टूटता है तो आपकी कविताएं कुछ और होती है, पर वो सिर्फ उतने टाइम पीरियड तक लास्ट करती है. सो हाँ. But interestingly, as you mentioned, college time pe, there was this time in my 11th or 12th, right? And I was dating this one person, and it was her birthday. So I was thinking, what should I do? और हमारे क्लास में एक पोएट हुआ करता था. तो मैं उससे पोएट्री लिखवाता था वो टाइम पर कि भाई तू मेरे लिए लिख दे, मैं जाकर उसको ये दे दूंगा. सो द चेंज ऑफ इवेंट्स when I became like a spoken word artist, I remember him texting and be like, वो दिन याद है तुझे? And I'm just like, wow, that was a different trip altogether.
And I think also the job one is interesting, like you said, na, ki the problem with love poetry is become happier, your inspiration is fully gone. It will
Correct.
come back whenever if that breaks up or that breakup happens again also. But at least for this, and I was told this, I was talking to Roshan, and Roshan said I should definitely ask you about your connection with Imtiaz Ali. And I said, okay, this is a point that I will keep aside, and I will definitely ask you. And he said that to me when I met him, and when you've just told me about the job, that one movie which a lot of people talk about comes back into the picture called Tamasha.
Correct. Hmm.
So I want to ask you about, is Imtiaz one of your inspirations, or if you want to call him that, or what is that connection and what is?
I think the way the characters that he has written, मतलब आप रॉकस्टार देखिए, आप जब भी मेट देखिए, तमाशा ऑफ कोर्स, तो यहाँ पर जिस तरीके से किरदार लिखे गए हैं ना, आई फील अ लॉट ऑफ मी इज इन इट. एंड आई थिंक एक डिल्यूजन होता है जब भी आप कोई पिक्चर देखने जाते हो ना, आप एज एन ऑडियंस यू ऑलवेज वांट टू फाइंड योरसेल्फ इन द फिल्म, व्हिच
Yeah,
इज व्हाई द फिल्म बिकम्स सो ब्यूटीफुल फॉर यू, राइट? तो
yeah.
तमाशा became beautiful for me because of this last scene, जिसके अंदर रणबीर कपूर goes up to his father and he's like, पापा पापा मैं आपको एक कहानी सुनाऊं. And then he starts this whole story about कि एक हीरो था, फिर उसका बेटा हीरो. And I am not joking, वो that scene breaks me. That scene breaks me because suddenly I feel like, you know, उस 4-5 मिनट में he's just spoken about the things that I have gone through as this one
Hmm.
person who just got out of college, नौकरी करना शुरू की क्योंकि सब कह रहे कि करनी चाहिए, एंड आई एम नॉट फाइंडिंग माय प्लेस. वो सारी एक जर्नी अचानक वो 5 मिनट में फिट हो गई मेरे लिए, एंड आई वाज लाइक, I think this is it, yeah. And it's not just one tamasha, but at the same time, just a rock star.
Hmm.
I feel like I learned so much from the way Imtiaz has written his characters. I am genuinely grateful. Rockstar में जो जॉर्डन का कैरेक्टर है, वो कैरेक्टर ऐसा है जहाँ पर टुवर्ड्स द एंड यू सी द सेल्फ डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ एन आर्टिस्ट, है
Yeah.
ना? वो खुद को तबाह कर रहा है, कोई और नहीं. एंड आई एम लाइक, व्हाट अ ब्यूटीफुल स्पेस टू क्रिएट, जहाँ पर आपने एक आर्टिस्ट की जर्नी दिखाई कि वो ही खुद को बनाता है, वो ही खुद को तोड़ सकता है. तो ये सारी चीजें मैं सीख कर आ जाता हूँ इम्तियाज अली से, एंड देन आई एम जस्ट लाइक, ओके, नाउ नाउ आई नो कि मतलब यू नो लाइफ में ऐसा भी हो सकता है, वैसा भी हो सकता है. सो आई बेसिकली ट्रैक माय जर्नी थ्रू दैट इन अ वे.
Do all do all these things kind of also help you write what you write? Like just like do you find inspiration from things like, from like say a movie you've seen, something you listen to? If you had to pick a few things and what have really been things that when you're trying to find inspiration, you turn to, what would those things kind of be?
आई फील लाइक एज आर्टिस्ट तो हम हर चीज से इंस्पिरेशन ढूंढने की कोशिश करते ही हैं, बट जैसे अभी तमाशा, अगेन इफ आई वर टू यूज दैट एज एन एग्जांपल, बिकॉज यू फाइंड योरसेल्फ सो मच इन द जर्नी ऑफ द कैरेक्टर, उसके ऑब्स्टिकल्स आपको अपने ऑब्स्टिकल्स लगने लगते हैं.
Correct.
तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो कहानी के हिसाब से आप कुछ लिखना शुरू करते हो. जैसे देयर आर दीज ब्यूटीफुल सीन्स थ्रू आउट द फिल्म जहाँ पर रणबीर हमेशा आईने के सामने खड़ा होता है, राइट? एंड ही इज टॉकिंग टू द मिरर, एंड आई थिंक द ब्यूटी ऑफ दैट सीन इज, एंड आई हैव आल्सो रेड अबाउट इट सॉर्ट ऑफ, कि मतलब बचपन से लेकर ना हमेशा दिखाया गया है कि ऐसे 4-5 आईने हैं रणबीर के सामने, है ना? So he has one image of him, like he wants to see one image of him, but there are 5 images that are always there because लोग जो बोलते हैं,
Correct.
expectations जो लगा के रखे. तो धीरे धीरे as he grows, वो mirrors जब सिर्फ एक सिंगल मिरर हो जाता है, is when his realization is that this is my true image. So I feel like that part spoke so much to me that I started writing a piece about it. तो मैंने फिर एक पीस उससे निकाला है, it's called एक मुलाकात खुद से. So I feel like things like these just touch upon me, like just because I find myself in the same journey as the character.
One is to find the inspiration to write it, but also when you're on stage and we're singing in front of a crowd, do you see a part of you almost saying you're playing off that? Because I've always understood how stand-up comedy plays off the crowd.
Correct.
I've never understood how poetry plays off the crowd, and I've always been very intrigued to know कि is that relationship, you're saying something and you're just seeing a reaction, but it's not as loud a reaction, or as let's say laughter is, right? You will
Correct.
get laughter from time to time basis on what you're saying, but how does that energy play? Because that exchange of energy is always something that's really interested me.
um, तो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि आपने जो एक लाइन लिखी है, आपने कुछ भी लाइन लिख लो, तो आपके दिमाग में हमेशा एक थॉट होता है कि दिस लाइन इज गोइंग टू इवोक दिस रिएक्शन, राइट? कि जैसे एज अ कमेडियन व्हेन यू राइट इट यू वांट लाफ्टर, so when you get the laughter you feel like, oh, the line has, like, completed its purpose, so it also boosts your self confidence with those lines. Similarly, जब हम पोइट्री कर रहे होते हैं या हम कोई कहानी सुना रहे हैं, तो हमें पता है कि इस लाइन के ऊपर ऑडियंस से हम ये रिएक्शन एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं, या दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द थॉट प्रोवोकिंग स्पेस, so this is where we are capturing expression majorly. Like, how exactly are they feeling? Are they feeling exactly what I want them to feel? And if it's happening that way, that's my boost. Okay, I'm sort of in control of that. Because as an artist from stage, I think the biggest high that you get is कि आप जो feel करवाना चाह रहे हो audience को, वो वही feel कर रही है. So when that is happening step by step, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि हाँ, काम सही जा रहा है. At any point, if I want another reaction and something else comes, then I'm like, oh, यहाँ पर वैसा नहीं चाहिए था मुझे. तो I think it's about what the purpose of the line is.
Do you also feel कि there's a bit of responsibility that creeps into your head at the more and more you do this, because you'll have people who want to be poets, who want to do what you're doing, come to you and say, okay, read what I've written. I'm sure that's happened, right? I'm sure someone will say, okay, this is what I've done. I saw you on Instagram live the other day, and I saw that you were, I forgot who we were chatting with, I was there briefly, but I also see you interacting with people who are interested in poetry as a medium, and sometimes I think we talk about stand-up comedy and everything else. Poetry is such an old medium.
Correct.
बीच में कहीं खो गया था. And I finally found a voice again. And do you feel that the more you interact with other people trying to do this right now, how does that make you feel? And many times, does it also, do you feel a sense of, okay, this is what I should say or should not say, and kind of how should I kind of interact with them? Do you have thoughts like that?
I think the responsibility aspect is of course there. वो pressure बहुत बार ऐसा महसूस होता है जब कोई आकर आपको पूछता है कि how do I become better as a writer? And I am always clueless about how to answer that. क्योंकि I started my journey in a way जहाँ पर मुझे perform करना था. So the performance aspect was my game, right? And everything that I put out there is like also a performance. Although it's an honest expression of my heart, but it's also a performance. Right? तो जब मुझे कोई बोलता है कि बेहतर कैसे लिखते, मैं उनको कहता हूँ कि like first always write what you honestly feel, like express the things that you genuinely feel, don't talk about the things that the world wants you to talk about. And second, read more. I think that is a great learning that I had in my life, because मैं शुरुआत में नहीं पढ़ता था. फिर जैसे जैसे मैंने पढ़ना शुरू किया is when I realized कि oh, what I was missing out in my life. तो मैं कहता हूँ आप ये 2-3 चीजें अगर करते जाओ, so there is a possibility of you improving in your art. But of course, like there is no solid answer that I can give कि आप बेहतर writer कैसे बन सकते हो. It's almost like मैं अपनी journey से आपको क्या inspire कर सकता है.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because सबकी जर्नी अलग होती है. Everybody's method is different. Like the way you would write, in a way, let's say even I would write, would be so different because of how we are as people. Which is why I find motivation to be a strong point, right? Is that what motivates you to be a writer is something you can tell other people. Maybe you can use this as your motivations to, or find inspiration from it. But method is something which I don't know how much you can kind of learn from. I mean, there are some things, but I don't know if there are enough things you can learn from a method standpoint.
If I could add on this, so this one time I was interviewing Manoj Bajpayee sir, and this is way before I was in spoken word or anything. वो टाइम पर उनकी एक शॉर्ट फिल्म आई थी कृति करके, राइट? And I was talking to him and I asked him that how did you prepare for this role, and he simply answered by saying कि मैं आपको मेथड बता दूंगा पर आप समझ नहीं पाओगे. The point is because my method is so unique to me that only I understand it. It's like it's a mad design that only I can find logic in. If you were to see it, you would call it stupidity. तो
Correct.
आई फील लाइक हर आर्टिस्ट का अपना एक मैट डिजाइन है जिसके ऊपर वो मैप कर सकता है अपनी जर्नी. एंड वेन एवर ही विल शेयर इट विद एन अदर पर्सन, इट्स नॉट लाइक अ मैजिक फॉर्मूला कि मैं आपकी तरफ पास ऑन कर सकता हूँ. मैं अगर आपको दिखा भी दूँ फॉर्मूला, यू स्टिल
Hmm.
वुड नॉट बी एबल टू एब्जॉर्ब इट, बिकॉज वो इतने अलग तरीके से इट जस्ट फंक्शन परफेक्टली फॉर मी, बिकॉज मैंने अपने लिए बनाया. तो आई थिंक एवरी वन हैज टू मेक अप देयर ओन फॉर्मूलाज.
Yeah, one of the things you spoke of earlier was unhappiness with doing a regular job, right? I think we all go through that. We all felt it in different ways. If I was a person who is still trying to find an outlet, like you found an outlet,
Correct.
thankfully by chance, but you have a person trying to find an outlet, and like for me, podcasting is that. Right? Podcasting has become that outlet for me because it's not like what I was doing was in any form boring, right? I still do it what I do at Glitch. But I find podcasting to be my it's become my creative outlet to really discover and see what all I can do. I mean, I'm not counting the fitness videos you and I have spoken about in the
Correct.
recent
Yeah.
past. But keeping that aside, I feel it's my outlet, and everybody needs to find it. And I've always been, and whenever I meet someone who has found a creative piece at some point of time in life, I always ask them, is there a way in which you can try and discover that? Is there some way to kind of say, okay, this could be something I can try?
So I genuinely believe that as human beings, no matter what we do in life, we all require, as you said, this outlet, right? And when you talk about it in the most creative sense, it could be anything. It could be singing, playing an instrument, writing. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be great to put out to the world. It has to be great to just pour your heart down and you're done with it. जैसे हम जैसे बचपन में डायरीज कैसे मेंटेन करते थे, हम
Correct.
ये थोड़ी सोच रहे थे कि हम कितना अच्छा लिख रहे हैं. हम ये सोच रहे थे कि मैं जो महसूस कर रहा हूँ मुझे बस वो लिख देना. So with every human being there is a proportion that works, right? कि कुछ लोग 40% in the artistic space रहते हैं and 60% they are happy with their job. So you continue with your job and then make this creative space your outlet. But if your ratio is the opposite, that 60% is your happiness in the creative space and 40% of corporate life, then maybe you should be doing the creative thing.
Hmm.
I feel like everyone comes with a ratio for themselves. But at the same time, just say again, a lot of people like, when we speak on stage and क्योंकि ये बहुत ऐसा चमक लगती है, ये कहते हैं ना
Hmm.
स्टेज की चमक होती है कि
Correct.
आप जब ऑडियंस से देख रहे हो और आप कह रहे हो ओ मतलब देखो ऑडियंस से देख रही है, कुछ तो बात होगी वहां पहुंचने में, मजा
Hmm.
आएगा एंड माई जॉब इज बोरिंग. आई फील लाइक at no point as being an artist on stage am I saying that your job is boring. I'm just saying it's boring for me.
Correct.
So I feel like वो चमक देख कर मत आओ.
Hmm.
आप यहाँ पर इसलिए आओ क्योंकि आपको वहां पर खुशी नहीं मिल रही, एंड दैट इज द मोस्ट सिंपल वे आई थिंक आई कैन पुट दैट.
I was doing this workshop some time back, and sometimes I try to find very simple ways to explain theories I have in my own head. And because of what you said, I want to kind of bounce that off you and see if you think it works. I said I believe that everybody has a creator animal and a career animal inside.
राइट.
जब पैदा होते हैं, the creator animal is boss, वो career animal है ही नहीं. Because you're doing stuff to just create. You're painting, you're playing. When I see my daughter take toys and start to make worlds and say dialogues for both of them, I'm seeing that play out real time. Right? Or when she's painting something and she's trying to explain to me that that's a beach, but the sand is white. That's again an interesting. I can see that happen. At some point of time in life, and I don't think it's just. I don't think it's a parents thing. I think it's a world thing. The society around us tells us that a lot of these things will not help your career, will not help you in life. So you start building out this career animal comes out of their long hibernation. They've been sleeping throughout. And they start taking over, or ye bechara, he becomes domesticated, right? Eventually, the creator animal gets domesticated. And this one takes over. And at some point of time, I say in today's world, because we all have the internet and because you have the ability to create something, put it out into the world, both them are awake. They're living in the same farm. वो balance ढूंढना थोड़ा. So look back at what you used to do as a kid. Sometimes is a way to find out what you might do as a creator. Is the theory. Or sometimes you might just discover something along the line. But this whole animal thing, and I don't know why that's a thought. And I keep going back to that. Whenever I speak to a creator, I'm like, okay, what could your creator animal have been when you were growing up? Was that the earlier one, or was that something you found along the way?
तो मैं बचपन से ना लाइक आई वाज दिस ड्रामा किड। मैं
Yeah.
नौटंकी था। मैं अभी भी नौटंकी हूँ पूरा। And I think that that's what drives the performer in me. I feel the world is like an ongoing drama, right? It's just great to be in control of it.
Yeah.
तो वो जो 1 घंटा है मेरे पास जब मैं स्टेज पर रहता हूँ या इफ आई एम डूइंग लाइक अ प्रोजेक्ट वेयर मे बी आई एम एक्टिंग, आई एम इन सो मच ऑफ कंट्रोल इन दैट टाइम स्पेस। आई फील लाइक हाँ, ये नाटक मेरे हिसाब से चले। तो आई फील लाइक एज एज दिस परफॉर्मर कीड़ा जो है वो वही मेरा हमेशा से पर्पस रहा है। बट इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग हाउ यू स्पोक अबाउट के लाइक हमारा जो करियर वाला एनिमल है वो एक तरीके से बढ़ता है। I feel like the society that we've constructed वो उस
Yeah.
तरीके से उसे डिजाइन ही करता है। जैसे हमारी
Correct.
स्कूल सिस्टम्स, हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम ही वो है जहाँ पर लाइक यू नो वी आर टेम्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड के मतलब एवरीथिंग विल हैपन इन द सेम वे। लाइक आप 2 बजे टिफिन बॉक्स, आप सब 2 बजे टिफिन बॉक्स आओगे,
Correct.
तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो एक तरीके से आपका करियर एनिमल ग्रो होना शुरू होता है कि हाँ लाइक ये कंस्ट्रक्ट्स है, इसी हिसाब से काम करना है। सो
Industrial system हो गया ना.
या एग्जैक्टली।
And that's actually a fact. School का the timings were designed basis on factory timings.
राइट।
So you would go into at a certain time, you would have lunch at a certain time because they were preparing you for a life where your job would be in a factory. 9 to 5 happened because of those shifts. The shift in the factory is why it's called a 9 to 5 job. We've just taken that. Finally, hopefully breaking it now. I feel it's broken a lot more now. 9 to 5 तो होता नहीं, I think for a
हाँ
lot of people. But it's just that we've taken that and you're almost like a factory outlet. So you're getting kids out of school. And I agree with you. Like if I had learned a little bit more about art when I was in school, and I went to decent schools. It's not like I went to like a school which was, but I felt that that was never the focus, right? The only thing you could become were specific things, and it's not like that's why I don't blame parents. I blame there's a
Yeah,
system that drives everybody in that
right.
direction, and it makes people lose hope at some point. If you really feel like you enjoy doing something, you at some point lose hope that that's something you can actually do in life. And hope part in my head is the trickiest thing, right? If you start losing that, then you get into that, okay, screw it, मैं यही करता हूँ, right? There's no
हाँ
point. Then you go into that one downward slope. Uh, I know that hope is a topic that you bring out a lot across what you write, and I'd love for you to add on to that.
um so if I were to add about hope, the most hopeful that I have felt in my life, again going back to Imtiaz Ali, is when I was seeing Tamasha, right? And Tamasha came back I think in 2015, 2015 2016। ये
Yeah.
ये वो टाइम पीरियड है जब मैं अपनी डिग्री कर रहा हूँ, और मैं लाइक आई एम गोना जस्ट ग्रेजुएट। बट अगेन आई हैव नो आइडिया व्हाट टू डू इन माय लाइफ। लाइक मुझे पता है मुझे करना क्या है, वो कैसे करना है नहीं पता, राइट? And I see this one person going in a journey, on a journey about how he's a storyteller and he's an actor, right? वो स्टेज पर है, वो कहानियां भी सुना रहा है, बट वो एक्टर भी है। एंड आई फाउंड दैट वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। बट अगेन बिकॉज आई वाज इन कॉलेज, वो पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट मैं वो टाइम पर ग्रास्प नहीं कर सका। Cut to I saw Tamasha again, I think 2017 2018 के time period में, and that is when I had left my job. I was doing spoken word, and when I saw that again is when I grew the most hopeful as a human. I was like ये exactly वो कर रहा है जो मैं करना चाहता हूँ। Like you find an aspiration point in your life and you suddenly realize that ये जो आपका गोल है ना ये stupid नहीं है। अगर आप कुछ like because बचपन से हमें क्या सिखाया जाता है कि आप standard jobs अगर कर रहे हो तो that is great, but every time you say something very different, right, it just becomes like अरे ये क्या crazy चीज है। Like
Correct.
the concept of belief over it is so less that automatically you start feeling कि oh maybe I am going wrong. तो when I see that as a character, like जब मैं वेद as a character को progress करते देखता हूँ अपनी life में, I feel like oh there is so much possibility and hope for me to do the same. क्योंकि again in school, second third में आपको अगर पूछा जाता आप अपनी life में क्या बनना चाहते, I remember हर साल कुछ नया जवाब रहता मेरे पास।
Correct.
Sometimes I wanted to be an army officer, sometimes I wanted to be like okay pilot बनेंगे, बट
पायलट सब बोलते हैं ना.
पायलट सब बोलते हैं, पायलट आई डोंट नो, इट्स वेरी एक्साइटिंग. और वो टाइम पे रंग दे बसंती थी भी नहीं, आई डोंट नो.
Correct. Yeah.
But towards 8th, ninth and 10th, you have stationary ideas in your head. अब आप या तो इंजीनियर बनना चाहते हो तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली ब्लॉक आ चुका है आपके दिमाग के अंदर, दैट यू स्टार्ट रेस्ट्रिक्टिंग थिंग्स. और उसके अंदर कुछ ऐसा होप मिल जाता है ना कि अरे यार ये कर सकते तो मैं क्यों नहीं. So I feel like that character was the most, like that was the biggest hope for me as a person.
Yeah, I can't get over how many people I've met. And I remember speaking to Anshu sometime back, Anshu Moore, and I remember him
Yeah.
telling me about Tamosha was an inspiration for him to quit his corporate job and become a comic, right? And become a writer. I feel that a lot of people also look at it in terms of goals. You know, there is hope and there are goals.
हाँ.
Is that when you lose hope, then you try to change your goals. कि ठीक है ये मुझसे होगा नहीं.
हम्म.
I'll settle for this, or I'll just go and do this. And you become that person who settles for things rather than working towards something. And and I was reading something interesting the other day. I was reading this book called Atomic Habits. Right, I just started reading it because I'm like, okay, seems to be something everyone's reading. So पढ़ लेते हैं. And he said something which I thought was interesting. He said we should not even set goals. We should set a system. You set a system for yourself in life,
हम्म.
and you are happy following that. Because he gave a clear example. Like you, people's goals, health-wise, was I want to lose weight. Is why people say they're going to the gym. That's your goal.
Hmm.
He said at some point you will lose hope because in a few weeks or in a month you will miss a few days and say कि नहीं कुछ होगा भी नहीं है छोड़ो.
Wow.
Whereas he said if you make it a part of your daily system, कि in a day I'm doing this anyway. It's a part of what I do, part of what I am, and very inside you it becomes an ingrained part of you. It's like writing, right? It's like I want to become a writer versus I just want to write every day.
हाँ.
And I found that to be an interesting way to say that. And he said that's what makes you achieve your goals. So just kind of find your own system and what your system is that gets built into you. And I'm sure you have a system which you kind of follow, or is there no system?
There is sort of a system. तो सबसे पहले when you don't know a concept, right? So you just have a philosophy. क्योंकि
Correct.
जब एक concept नहीं है तो philosophy होती है. तो मेरी philosophy बहुत simple थी that every day I have to wake up and I have to do better than what I was doing yesterday. वरना I will end up where I started from, and that is a place where I was not happy. Correct. So this was sort of a system wala concept for me then. And then I attended Satyanshu sir's lecture once, like a workshop of sorts. And in that he says कि अगर आप खुद को राइटर कहते हैं तो फिर ये आपका जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन है कि आप हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ लिखें. किसी को सुनाने के लिए नहीं, पढ़ाने के लिए नहीं, स्क्रिप्ट में डालने के लिए नहीं, बस लिखिए. क्योंकि कोई डॉक्टर ऐसा नहीं कहता कि आज मैं सर्जरी नहीं करूंगा. They do it, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, just because you've got the space कि आप अपने घर पे बैठे हो, doesn't mean that you take it lightly. आपको हर रोज उठकर कुछ ना कुछ तो लिखना पड़ेगा. And I realized, oh, this is the system. What I was following is the philosophy. So I feel like आपके दिमाग में हमेशा वो सिस्टम वाला फिलोसफी चलता रहता है, आप बस उसे अलग अलग शब्दों में कहते रहते हैं. So yeah, this is something that I follow कि मैं हर रोज कम से कम 2 लाइन लिखने की कोशिश करता हूँ, कॉन्सेप्चुअलाइज करने की कोशिश करता हूँ, कुछ तो नया.
Have you evolved in the way you write from the time you started off to now? Has there been changes and stuff that you've seen yourself grow as, and is some stuff you kind of use to build yourself into the writer you are today versus what you were when you started off?
Oh, I love to track my growth as this person. And I have like a 6 group of people also जिनको मैं पूछता रहता हूँ कि do you see growth in what I used to put out and what I am putting out now, right? And one way of me checking my growth is this thing called National Poetry Writing Month. तो हर अप्रैल को हम हर दिन एक एक नया पीस लिखते हैं. That's the whole concept of the National Poetry Writing Month. So when I started out, I remember how I used to write, and then उसके अगले साल और फिर उसके अगले साल. So now I can track how I have improved, how I have structured better. So it's not just from the concept of videos, but it's also from the concept of my writing style per se. Am I getting better at it? Am I making sentences crisper? Are my metaphors evolving as I am growing as a human? And the performance aspect is कि चलो जो 2 साल पहले मैंने सपोज जो वीडियो की होगी तो उसको जिस
Hmm.
तरीके से किया था, क्या मैं आज उसे इम्प्रूव कर रहा हूँ? अगर मैं स्टेज पर उसे वापस करता हूँ, एम आई एडिंग अ बेटर लेयर टू इट? इज द ऑडियंस रिएक्टिंग इन अ मच बेटर वे? So I think that's how track my growth in a way. And yeah, there has been growth. There has been growth as an artist, and I am grateful for that. Again, reading has helped a lot.
Hmm.
So yeah, I do track the growth on that perspective.
What are things that you've read which have kind of like been a good thing for you to improve your process?
So I always say that you should read everyone, but
Hmm.
um, like every writer falls on a scale of like मतलब सपोज यू आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन अ 5, राइट? जैसे हम गिटार ट्यून करते हैं, राइट? तो आप वहां पे एडजस्ट कर रहे हो ना नॉब के, मतलब
Hmm.
प्रॉपर ऐसे जीरो वाले मार्क पर आ जाए। सो हर राइटर या तो ऐसे -4 +7 पे चल रहे, एंड योर सर्च इज टू फाइंड द राइटर हु विल कम एंड फॉल एग्जैक्टली ऑन योर एक्सेस, राइट?
Correct.
सो मेरी जर्नी वो है कि मैं वो राइटर ढूंढूं, और मुझे जहां तक एक हद तक जो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आई फाउंड अ राइटर लाइक दैट इज मानव पॉल। Like Manav
Hmm.
Kaul is a very like he writes very, like he writes honest pieces जो कहानी और कविता के बीच में,
Hmm.
and that's exactly where I find myself. क्योंकि जब मैंने लिखना शुरू किया था, मैं हमेशा कंफ्यूज रहता था कि मैं कहानी लिख रहा हूँ, मैं कविता लिख रहा हूँ। तो जब मैं उनको पढ़ता हूँ, मुझे ऐसा लगता है ओ, स्केल मैच हो रहा है, ठीक है। What that helps me to do is it helps me to figure out how he's giving perspectives to things. तो देन मुझे भी एक तरीके से आइडिया मिलता है कि ओ हाँ, ये भी एक नजरिया। जब मैं गजल पढ़ता हूँ, तो गजल मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती है, बहुत सीखने मिल रहा है ना? एक नई नई पर्सपेक्टिव तो मिल रही है, एक नया मेटाफर तो मिल रहा है, बट मैं खुद को डाल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, या मैं वो
Hmm.
लिख नहीं पाऊंगा। मेरा दिमाग एक तरीके से रुक जाता है कि आई कैन ओनली रीड 4 गजल्स a day और 5 गजल्स a day, बट मैं मानव कौल 10 पन्ने 15 पन्ने पढ़ सकता हूँ। तो वो एक तरीके से आई थिंक इट्स ऑल्सो अबाउट फाइंडिंग योर राइट स्केल विद एन आर्टिस्ट।
That's an interesting point because if there are people who you look at saying, this is, you use the word scale, and I find scale to be interesting because it's, you're trying to find, it's almost like what is your measure, you're measuring yourself against something, saying in that sense of the word. Is that how you put it?
um Measuring would, again, I wouldn't use the word measuring. I would,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the style of writing. Let's
Style,
stick to the
fair.
style of writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this book I just started reading called Steal Like an Artist, and I think one of the things he says is that everything is built on inspiration. There
Hmm.
is nothing original, and inspiration is not a bad word because
Right.
what you're doing is you are looking at people who you admire, you're learning from them, but putting it out in your own way. So in a sense that you are almost like pulling some energy from them, and that energy and whatever learning you're getting is how you put it out, rather than, because a lot of people say na ki, okay, I want to write like that, but I feel that what you said is better, saying you're almost pulling some sort of some learnings and some energy and kind of putting it out for for the way you write.
करेक्ट। आई फील लाइक वो एक सही बात है कि अब हम रिक्रिएट करने के जमाने में आ चुके हैं, हम कुछ क्रिएट नहीं कर रहे, मतलब ओरिजिनल
Hmm.
आइडियाज बहुत कम होते हैं, सब रिक्रिएशन है। ये सारी बातें हो चुकी है। शेक्सपियर ने जब अपने जमाने में कहा था कि 5 ओरिजिनल कहानियां ही होती है, बाकी सब
Hmm.
उसके अलावा बस मतलब उसके रेंडिशन है, वो बिल्कुल सही।
Hmm.
सो आई फील वी आर इन अ स्पेस जहाँ पर हम रेंडिशंस बना रहे हैं, बट वी ऐड आर ओरिजिनल पर्सपेक्टिव। जो मैंने अपनी जिंदगी जी है, जिस तरीके से मैंने जो चीजें देखी है, जब मैं वो सारे पर्सपेक्टिव्स, वो सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस किसी चीज में डालता हूँ, भले ही ये 100 साल पुरानी बात हो, 100 साल पुराने
Correct.
किसी ने कह दी है, बट अगर मैं उसमें अपना एक्सपीरियंस डाल देता हूँ, तो ये फिर मेरा हो जाता है, ये अब मेरी
Hmm.
यूनिक चीज। So I feel like that is the only thing that we are adding to the old ideas that have just passed on to us is our perspective. एक एक करके हम बस ऐसे दाने लगाते जा रहे हैं उसमें, और कुछ नहीं।
If you have to think about how, not just how you write, but writing different kinds of things, because poetry is one form of writing. um, I've seen that every writer who writes one form will always try to see, okay, can I also write the other forms? Right? It's saying someone who's writing poetry, saying, can I write a film? Can I write a series? Have you seen that you had to unlearn some things about how you write for poetry to write for, let's say, a fiction piece or anything like that?
So I started out as a dialogue writer, right, in college.
Yeah,
जैसे स्क्रिप्ट बनाई, उसके अंदर डायलॉग्स भरे,
correct.
तो हमें पता था कि ओ ये 2 लाइन के ऊपर तो है ना, मतलब ऑडियंस पागल हो जाएगी. फिर जब हम पोइट्री में आए, तो हमने रियलाइज किया कि आप ऐसे 2 लाइन बनाकर आप लोगों का दिल नहीं जीत सकते. लाइक देयर हैज
Correct.
टू बी सो मच मोर टू दैट पीस. तो अर्न लर्निंग वहां पर ये थी कि मतलब सिर्फ आप मतलब 2 डायलॉग के भरोसे आप चीजें नहीं बना सकते. फिर आप मतलब, क्योंकि मैं इतने टाइम तक पोइट्री लिख रहा था तो मैं उसमें सेट हो गया. तो
Hmm.
सडनली व्हेन आई हैड टू कम बैक अगेन टू द फैक्ट कि मतलब अब मुझे डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट्स एक्सप्लोर करना है, तो वापस वो दिमाग में आया कि मतलब अब उतना डिस्क्रिप्टिव बनाने बनाने की ज़रूरत है क्या, हर डायलॉग को इतना मेटाफोरिकली हैवी बनाने की ज़रूरत है. जिस तरीके से हम कैरेक्टर्स भी बनाते हैं, क्या सारे कैरेक्टर्स इतने पोइटिक बनने ज़रूरी है. तो वो एक तरीके से वापस वो चेंज था कि हाँ ये सब ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आइडियाज आई थिंक लाइक we see characters, I see characters and I know okay he's got these things that I want to talk about. मतलब उसका कोई एक इसका स्ट्रगल है जो मैं एक्सप्लोर करना चाहता हूँ, बट मैं हर स्ट्रगल में पोइट्री नहीं डाल सकता. मुझे उसको उसी के नजरिए से उसी के तरीके से बताना पड़ेगा. तो आई थिंक दैट वाज अगेन द लर्निंग प्रोसेस कि मतलब पुटिंग योरसेल्फ इन दैट कैरेक्टर.
If you're a modern poet today, you also have an audience which is not necessarily physically present around you, they're digitally present around you all the time. Do you see how much do you feed off that? How much do you feed off your audience online? Let's say a video goes out, uh, who's pay comment, Instagram, all that stuff. How much does that help you in finding, I mean, just kind of helping you in your process?
So when the first video came out, right, I was this person who was just talking about his feelings. I was just
Hmm.
expressing things that I was feeling, honestly. And then people started saying कि oh I relate. तो जितना ये आई रिलेट मैं पढ़ते गया ना, मुझे ऐसा लगता है गया कि ओ इज माई वॉइस कनेक्टिंग टू दीज पीपल, डू दे फाइंड देमसेल्व्स इन माई स्टोरी. वो तमाशा वाला सीन होने लगा कि मैं वेद, ओ ये लोग भी वेद वाली फील पे आ गए हैं. एंड देन आई रियलाइज कि हम जो कहानियां कह रहे हैं ना, या हम जो कहानियां जी रहे हैं, आपके कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स अलग हो सकते हैं, आप जिस तरीके से हैंडल कर रहे हो वो बहुत डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं, बट जो कोर इमोशंस है वो हमेशा सेम रहेंगे. वो दुनिया में वो कोर इमोशंस हमेशा सेम रहेंगे. तो जब भी आप उन इमोशंस के बारे में बात करोगे, लोग महसूस करेंगे उन्हें. दे विल
Hmm.
जेन्युइनली रिलेट टू दैट. सो आई सेट माई माइंड ऑन द फैक्ट कि मतलब आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट दोज इमोशंस, अबाउट व्हाट आई फेल्ट, because when I am honest about it, only then will people feel about it. And validation, of course, मतलब I don't know if any artist says this, but बहुत बार ऐसे सुनने आता है कि ऐसे आर्टिस्ट कहते हैं no I'm not looking for validation. Honestly everyone is looking for validation.
So true.
Like we are feeding on
That's
that
that,
validation.
that's your fuel.
Exactly. वरना आप किसके लिए बना रहे हो, like if you're putting it out in the world, आप क्यों डाल रहे हो वहाँ पर. So I feel like every time someone says that this piece of art or this piece sort of helped me, I feel like okay, the purpose has been fulfilled. Even if one person feels that this piece helped them, the purpose of that piece is fulfilled.
So if I was someone who wants to be a poet today, and I'm asking this, the question which I said I'm sure a lot of people ask you,
Uh-huh.
and we have to say just keep a few things in mind which you've learned over your period of doing what you're doing, what would those few things be if you had to pick a few?
So as I said earlier, firstly, just be honest about your emotions. Express things that you truly believe in. वो मत कहो जो दुनिया सुनना चाह रही है, क्योंकि यू आर जस्ट देन एडिंग मोर नॉइस. say something that is unique in your own voice. तो सबसे पहले find your voice, find your experiences, talk about those things. Secondly, read more often. And when I say read, I'm not saying in the perspective कि वहाँ से आप उठाओ चीज़ें,
Hmm.
बट आप उनसे सीखो कि लोग किस नज़रिए से, किस तरीके से एक ही चीज़ के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं. प्यार को लेकर 1000 अलग अलग शायरों ने 10,000 चीजें कही. मतलब एक ही शायर ने इतने अलग तरीके से प्यार को एक्सप्लेन किया है अपनी अलग अलग कविताओं में. दैट्स हाउ यू रियलाइज दैट इवन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ लव फॉर वन पर्सन इज एवर इवॉल्विंग. So I feel like the more you read, the more you learn. It helps you add more perspectives to things. And third is I feel like never say that like पत्थर की लकीर जैसा कुछ नहीं होता. ये जो
Hmm.
कॉन्सेप्ट है पत्थर की लकीर, वो वैसा कुछ नहीं होता. द वर्ल्ड फॉल्स इन द ग्रे स्पेस. आई फील लाइक हम वी आर ऑब्सेस्ड विद द फैक्ट कि सच क्या है।
Hmm.
मैं कहता हूँ सच बदलता रहता है। आज जो आपका सच है, कल वो आपका सच नहीं रहेगा।
Correct.
इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता कि आपने उस दिन झूठ बोला था, वो उस वक्त का सच था। जैसे अगेन इफ आई वर टू गिव इट एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ रिलेशनशिप, व्हेन टू लवर्स से आई लव यू, इट
Hmm.
इज द ट्रुथ ऑफ टुडे, but when 1 year later one person says I do not love you anymore, that doesn't mean कि वो एक साल से झूठ बोल रहा है आपको। वो सब वो सच बदल चुका है। तो हमें हमारी जिंदगी में we just have to realize that the truth can change. So never stick to something like एकदम ऐसे कस के। The world is grey. Accept it as grey. Do not judge people for choosing sides, because somewhere or the other they are also gonna jump.
Thank you so much for doing this. Yeah, it was. I think it's been one of the most interesting conversations for me because I felt like every time I was trying to ask a question or to start take it to a direction, I also had to think about how do I make it a little more interesting. This is me pulling energy and learning from you in terms of
Correct.
learning how to do all of that. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for asking me for this. It's genuinely a pleasure to be on this show. And I genuinely am grateful कि मतलब आपको मेरा नाम याद आया इसके लिए. Because I have been listening to Advertising is Dead, and I was like, oh, okay, I love this. So I'm just happy to be here.